How do you heal from a breakup? Welcome to Pages Place. This video is not a continuation of the identity series. I'll definitely do identity series and I'm going to complete it. But this video, I'm going to be talking on how I moved on, but I did not heal. Stay tuned to the end and then let's get right into the video. I moved on, but I did not heal. Yes, there's a difference between moving on and healing, and these two are supposed to go hand in hand. You cannot move on without healing, and you cannot heal without moving on. This moving on thingy, it affected a whole lot of my decisions. I mean, it's created a pause to my life. Now, backstory, I was in a very amazing relationship. In fact, this relationship drew me closer to God. We both knew what we wanted. We knew that this was it. We knew we were going to get married. Some things happened and it broke me. Now, you know when you love someone so much and the person breaks your heart, or you guys are separate basically, and then you're in pain. Guys, I cried only for one day, and after that day, that was it. How did I get there? There was one day I was praying because I started feeling empty. I started feeling like, God, what's happening? This is not how my life was. This is not how my life is since this relationship. And I feel like I don't know myself anymore. I feel like I've lost my identity. I just went to God and I started crying, and he said something to me. The only words he said to me was, tell yourself the truth. I'm like, tell myself what truth? He didn't say nothing to me anymore after that. And then I began to do a self-reflection. I began to ask myself questions. And boom, that's when I realized that, oh my gosh, I really moved on. I did not heal. In fact, 2 days after my breakup, I was involved in a lot of activities. I did not even think I was in a relationship at all. Like, I just built a wall with that, with those activities that I found myself in. It was a good thing. I thought I was doing myself a favor. I thought I was, trying to help my mental health and all of that. Not knowing that I was even destroying myself in the process. I started making some decisions based off of this moving on and not healing, right? That I did unconsciously, right? I didn't even think that these decisions were, I just felt it was part of the whole moving on process. I knew that my purpose is Pages Place because I'm supposed to use Pages Place to help people heal, to reach out to people out there that have gone through the things that I have gone through and how I came out of them. And I will always say, nobody tells you how to heal from these things. Nobody tells you how to move on from these things. In fact, if you go to therapy or counseling, nobody even has the money for therapy or counseling sessions these days. I want to just let people know that you can actually come out of this phase and become a new person and become a better version of yourself. And then the Lord reminded me about Pages Place. He said, Pages Place is my project. It's mine. You cannot abandon it. So I'm like, no problem. No problem, Lord. Let us go. I went back to shooting and it didn't feel like it was me. I felt dead. You know, empty barrels making loud noises when you hit them. That's how I felt. I didn't feel like I had something to give. I shot, I was done talking and I felt like, what have I said? What did I say? I've done a couple of videos, right? And I'm like, nah, this is not it. This can't go out there. That's how I realized that I moved on and I did not heal. My friends, you need to allow yourself heal while moving on. You are allowed to feel pain. You are allowed to cry. Oh my goodness, I think I'm going to be emotional right now. But you are allowed to. It doesn't mean you are weak in any way. It doesn't show any sign of weakness. It just shows how much you probably really love this person. It just shows that you are human. And I call this video the Resuscitation video because this is the beginning of a new phase for me. This is me coming back, letting you guys know that you cannot move on without healing from maybe a breakup, maybe childhood trauma, maybe a friendship trauma. Yes, friendship breakups is something that we shouldn't talk about. You need to heal. If you just cover it up, you just act like nothing's there, over time, it'll begin to affect major decisions of your life, major phases of your life. But then, you are supposed to allow yourself feel that pain. It's like you having an accident and then you're trying to clean it with the methylated spirit and all of that. You definitely feel pain. But trust me, it will be healing over time. You can't just cover it and say, I'm not going to feel any pain. No, you need to feel the pain. And trust me, the pain doesn't last forever. In fact, better things will come over time. You would see that you will actually be happy. That's basically what this video is about. I'd like you to share your experience with me in the comment section below. Let me know how you healed. Let me know how you moved on. Let me know the things that you did practically that helped you move on. Let us learn from you. Let me learn from you because me majorly, okay, things that I did was anytime thoughts of him came, right, I allowed myself to soak it in. Usually I'll just brush it off away almost immediately, but no, I allowed myself to soak it in. If I wanted to feel moody, I feel moody. If I wanted to cry, I would cry. If I wanted to miss the whole beautiful aspect of the relationship, I allowed myself to do that, but I didn't stay there for too long. So that's one of the major things that I did at the time. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can share, you can like this video if it was helpful. I really hope that it was. See you in the next video. Bye.